Okay, well guys, this is my ZXR250. Today I'm going to take the carbs off and I'll kind of, I guess, do a bit of a step-by-step on how to do it. It's not very hard. Mind you, I've done it so many times it's not funny. I can't record it while I'm doing it, so it'll be a bit of a stepper. So what you need to do before you do anything is you need a few tools, not many. You need a really long screwdriver. You need that to put it in the side down there and get the carbs off. You need an 8mm socket, a 10mm socket, and you need a Allen wrench. Now I measured that to be 7.61mm, which will be something in American. Pretty much you start by taking off the side fairing. You only need to take off the left hand side fairing, so I'll do that. Right, so the fairing's off. Now you guys will need to probably take these two bolts out, because there's should be a little piece of pipe attached to the bottom of the airbox, which will run through and drip oil onto the ground. I pulled it off because it makes the process way quicker and I do it all the time, and because the previous owners actually stripped this one down here, so it takes ages to get it out. So in my case I don't need to do that, but you guys will probably have to do it. You may not from memory have to actually take this off to get it out, but to try and thread that through there with this on, I think was very difficult. Now we take our ridiculously long screwdriver. We need to undo the carbs from the collars. Now I don't know if you can see that or not. Probably not. There's, oh, you can see that one down there. There's 4 of those screws, you need to undo them. So I'll undo those. Right, now I need to take the snorkels off the tank and take the seats off so we can get the tank off. So obviously pop your key in there, pull that off. Now I'm recording this because a few people seem to struggle with this. To get the seat off you need to pull this thing here back, and that'll pop up. Mind you, I probably need 2 hands to do it, but you get the idea. And then you need to unbolt the tank, which is there and there. You need to pull these side bits out. Now what I do is I pick the tank and swing the front of it around here, and I pop it on a rubbish bin, which I have next to the bike. So the obviously all the petrol connects down here, so I just swing the front around, light down on the bin, and then unplug the fuel. There's two pipes going to the bottom of the petrol tank. It won't leak, so you can pull both off and you're sweet. And anyway, it's got an angle so you can sort of lean it down. So I'll take the tank off. Alright, so the tank's now off. And we need to take the airbox off, so pull this off, undo the bolts, down there and down there. They're all 10mm bolts. It's important not to overdo these up when you put it back together again. I actually just do them all up by hand. So I'll take the airbox off. Right, so carbs are now off, so make sure the handle's all the way in to give maximum length to the choke, and I pull the choke off, which I'm not sure I'll be able to do while videoing it. There you go. Now you'll notice I actually took this corner off. I filed that corner off, and I recommend everyone should do that, so I can just easily pull it off like that. Has no impact. And now you need to remember to take the spring off. Don't want that dropping down into the engine. Alrighty, now you've got this pipe here. Now it's quite important that you don't get petrol in here. If you do get it in, you can get it out, but it's quite a bit of a pain. It goes through over here and you can get petrol stuck in there, it sags down. So you pull that off and you'll be able to push the bike the other way around to give the throttle cable maximum length. Oh yeah, this always catches me out. Remember to take that off. Now you see I've put a piece of black tape on there. That's so I can remember which one's on the top and which one's on the bottom. Obviously the first time I did it I put them the wrong way around and the throttle worked the opposite way around. Now that I've done it heaps, I don't actually pull these out of this bracket, but that's because I've done it a lot. But in essence all we need to do now is pull that pipe out and unscrew this screw here. And then the carbs are free pretty much. While we're here, I took these off, and though it doesn't look ideal, these plastic collars were so much narrower than the actual aluminium head, and I cut them back. They were kind of off centre, so there's a bit of metal there, but that's kind of how it was, but around the top they'd come in quite a lot, and this came stuck in quite a long way as well, which really did narrow the whole thing down. So I took them off. You need to make sure you buy proper gasket stuff though. I made the mistake of just using sump gasket, and the petrol turned it to pus, so you've got to get proper petrol gasket material in there. While I've had everything apart, I replaced all of these vacuum hoses and fuel hoses and whatnot. This one's what, 20 years old now, so they were getting a bit saggy, and I thought that might have been the cause of one of my problems, which turned out to be incorrect. While we're in here, you want to change the thermostat. Thermostat's under here. You can just pull off these things here. You can leave the water one on, luckily, and you can actually get these bolts off and get the thermostat out without having to take this off or the head, which is pretty lucky. It only just fits. So carbs are obviously off. Here they are, full of petrol. Depends on where in the world you are, but I used to kill weeds, but you're supposed to dispose of that in a better means than that.